the gold winner for Business of the Year, Pavia Gallery Espresso Bar and Cafe.
Change your mind. I believe it, leaving me behind. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me, yeah, yeah, yeah. I give you jewelry and money too.
First of all, I'd just like to say I'm really honored to be the first female up here this morning, this evening. So I was at the EY Awards back in November, and we were announced as a winner there, and I was so floored. I had nothing prepared, so that's what this is, just in case. My partner, Christopher Webb, some of you may know him, was meant to be here this evening, and he's at home with flu, the really kind of knock your socks off flu, the flu that puts us into bed for 5 days. He hasn't lifted his head off the pillow for three days now. And some of our staff are also off this week. We had a number of sicknesses, and it left us quite short as a business. And this made me reflect on how much we take people for granted when suddenly they're not around us anymore. We're so used to talking about our aspirational end goals, but maybe I wonder if more thought can be given to being the best business that we can be today, reflecting on the what is as well as the what could be. I came to Nova Scotia 14 years ago when I was 33. I was a single mum at the time. I had a 5-year-old wee boy with me. I knew no one here. I literally didn't know anybody. I came to Halifax on my own. I was going through a really nasty divorce. My confidence was sitting in the bottom of a well somewhere in England, old England somewhere. And then 10 years ago, I met my partner, Christopher Webb. Christopher is my partner in business and in life. Thank you. And through this joint love of Italy that we discovered that we had this crazy idea that, hey, let's give up our jobs, even though we have 2 small children. Well, my son was 12 at this time. Let's give up our jobs and remortgage our homes and open an espresso bar in Herring Cove, of all places. People thought we were crazy. People literally came into the store in Herring Cove and asked us, when this fails, we'd love to take the building over, or when this doesn't work. And it was, it gets quite disheartening. But Christopher and I had a passion and a belief, and morals and philosophies that guided us. And so here we are today, 7 years later. And Christopher, thank you. Christopher stood by me. He believed in me. He was this amazing role model and friend to my son, Alex, who's now 21 in his 3rd year at St. Mary's University. So this kind of brings me back round to, standing here it really is an honor for all the reasons I've just spelt out. I think there's a common thread running through the people who've been up here talking this evening, which is, what am I, a CFA, a come from away, I think we're called. But when I came to Nova Scotia, I'm also lucky enough, like one of the other speakers, I've lived in London and Birmingham and Edinburgh and Toronto. And just having that perspective on things, Nova Scotia is an incredible place. We are so lucky for all the gripes and the groaning that goes on. We live in this beautiful place that's big enough for us to share in all its beauty, but yet, if we need to get away from each other, we don't have to go too far to do that. We have this incredible support network of so many awesome and talented and kind people in this room tonight alone. And it's because of this, because of what we have here, that businesses like ours have thrived in Halifax. So I really want to say thank you more than anything to all the customers, both in our cafes and our catering clients, who have used Pavia and believed in us. And I'm sure there are times when, you know, maybe your cappuccino wasn't quite right or your sandwich didn't taste quite the way you wanted, but hopefully through good feedback and positive communication, we can constantly make corrections and continue to get better. So I just want to thank all the people, I can't see anybody, but all the people who are sitting at my table tonight. Dave Strong, who is our accountant, who has seen us, who I knew even before Pavia started. Jennifer Kerr, our office manager, Matthew Cole, our general manager, and Alex Baird, our head chef. And thank you, of course, to Christopher, who's not here, but he is as equal part of this as I am. So thank you very much.